worries, mate. Cheers. Good morning.
Good morning. Rise and shine.
I know. We might look a bit rough, but this is how committed we are, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, 5 a.m. start.
5 a.m. You got to my house.
Yeah.
Impressive. We just couldn't do it at night, could we?
No, we can't do it this week. We had a lot of midweek games on. We have Australia Cup, and and we're training night. So, and you're a teacher, so during the day you're busy.
Busy.
And I'm busy 24/7. So
You are. You're a busy man.
I just
busy
make
man.
the most,
So
most of what we can do.
we've changed from booze to a little bit of a tea and a coffee.
Yeah.
It's quite nice. It's quite nice, isn't it? I feel wholesome.
I do feel wholesome, but
I feel wholesome. I won't be able to make fun of as many people now because I don't have that extra bit of courage. It's going to be rough.
it is going to be rough. But
I'll try my best though.
no, absolutely, it's good. Lovely morning.
Yeah, lovely morning. Looking forward to it. So last night wasn't ideal.
No, Australia Cup fixture, we versus Rochdale. If Gold Coast United useless, we got battered 4-1.
Yeah, not good.
Not good.
Big game to lose. Those ones so important for your season, aren't they? Getting in the cup.
Everything, innit? The Australia Cup's massive for every player. I think more so the players than the clubs and that itself. But
Yeah.
for us and for the exposure you have in those big games, what you play football for, isn't it?
Yeah, I think if the coaches don't really take it that serious, they just don't get the players. And it's kind of like if they spoke to the players, everyone would be like, we need to win this. Like, we want to get in the cup. It's the only time you get any exposure to your game. You've got a chance of being on, TV. It's the only time, really, when you feel like NPL Queensland's bigger than it is.
Yeah.
Because, not many people go to games, really, do they? And then sort of you get in the cup and you're like, oh, I've got like 1,000 people here.
Yeah.
You get an A-League team, oh, there's 3,000 here. Like, it's the only time you sort of feel professional in a sense for a semi-pro player.
Exactly right, and they talk to you on the news channel,
Yeah.
brought up, and they talk about your team and stuff, all little things, and it makes you feel a bit more like a pro.
100%.
And it's not easy to qualify for them things. Like we've qualified a few times, big clubs and that, but not every player is going to qualify for this. And when you have a more favourable run,
Yeah.
you
wanna have a
want
good
to take
crack.
advantage of that. Then you don't want to slip up and
Yeah, for sure.
take it easy on those sort of teams. But
Yeah, well, obviously, like, I was Mr. FFA Cup,
Yeah.
Mr. Australia Cup. Most appearances, I feel like I'm qualified to talk on the subject.
Yeah.
It depends how lucky you are. Like, we got lucky a lot of years. Like, I've been quite lucky a few times. And haven't always had an easy run. So sometimes it's a real hard run or an easy run, but you can sometimes take it for granted getting in, thinking like, oh, this will happen every year. But there's some players that barely play in it, that have played longer than us,
yeah,
It's like a big thing, and it's the best thing that happens in semi-pro football in Australia. So I think you've got to give it a good crack.
yeah, it's the most followed competition, isn't it? And
Yeah.
I might chuck on a game that's a FFA Cup game from a
100.
different state, where
Yeah.
an NPL game I probably wouldn't chuck it on,
No.
unless it was
not.
Queensland. So
It is good though. Like, I remember with I know we talk about strikers a lot, but I remember we had Flinny who did the media.
Yeah.
And he was so on it. Like, he had Penguins getting interviewed by Channel 9.
yeah,
On the story, like at Kangaroo Point,
Yeah.
overlooking the city, and like he fully got everyone involved. Like, I think he's the one who got me going to that Maradona documentary that no one turned up to. So that's one thing he did wrong, but he did heaps. He got everyone interviews. I think I did phone interviews with like radio shows.
yeah,
Other players did. Like, it was really big. Even when we were at Power, I was on the World Game,
yeah,
the SBS World Game. I did like a video interview for that
yeah.
for Australia Cup.
Yeah, it's
But
good.
in the league, if you said I play in Queensland, and those people are like, what's that?
Yeah, 100%.
What's that like? But
Yeah,
Australia Cup, people get involved.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and as you said earlier, with the fans, 200 fans to a game maximum, and that's family and friends, isn't it?
Yeah.
These are all football fans that come to these games.
And all your mates come too, like, because cup games usually on standalone. All your mates that aren't playing at the cup will come. So and even everyone in the other teams.
Yeah.
So like, all the other players can come. It's so much better.
Yeah, a bit more support. Yeah, no, it's good atmosphere down at those games, isn't it?
Much better.
That's why that's what the A League needs, isn't it? That's what smaller crowds, more fans and stuff,
Yeah,
and little
smaller stadiums.
Little stadiums, and when those stadiums are packed out, like the good ones, 4,000 or
Yeah.
5,000 fans,
100%.
they're pumping.
Yeah, it's so much better. So
Yeah.
much better. But at least, well, you're cup tied, so there's always next year.
Yeah.
There's always next year if you're planning on going around again.
Yeah, there's always next year.
Always next year,
we'll
mate.
see. We'll
Pick
see
a
how
better
we go.
team. Pick a better team. Well, get in the recruitment side of things.
That happens, and I'm leaving the game, and obviously fully disappointed, but they were better than us. Rochdale, they
Yeah.
had players that were better than some of our players.
Yeah.
So we weren't we say you go there as the favourites, but really we were probably the underdogs.
Yeah, I
going
think
into that game.
they're doing quite well. They've got a good young team, and I think they run like crazy.
Yeah.
I've heard from many people the coach is on the strange side.
Yeah.
And he's like real intense, and he's like a doctor, and he just basically gets these young kids to run.
To work.
But he's real weird. He's a weirdo, which weird coaches actually have good results sometimes, so maybe that's the key.
Well, I don't know. I can't call him weird. But no, he has. And he got some of those wingers, like, they were skinning us, like skinning 3 or 4 of our players and running past us. And, you know, they dominate in the FQPL 1, like these boys, and I don't know why they're not playing NPL, some of them.
Yeah,
you know, I've played against a few players in the FQPL 1 league that are good enough to play at the top level.
I think sometimes that they have young boys that have come from like raw youth, and they just got relegated as well, so they're probably just like, I'll just stay here, play every game with my mates and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I think in FQPL, you know as well, like you can sometimes get more money off a team trying to get promoted than if you're in the lower teams of NPL who don't have much money, or you could be in a good team in FQPL trying to get promoted and you can actually get a wicket.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right about that.
Yeah.
And it is easier in FQPL 1, like when you can stand out a lot more, can't you?
Oh yeah, some of the teams are rough.
And shy, but no, there's a couple of, there's one lad for Magic in the FQPL 1 or FQPL 2? Two, yeah, and he was, is there like attacking midfielder, and I watched him play, and he's miles above, so, you know, I think, why is he not playing for our team? You know, we're the Gold Coast team, you know, it's either us or Gold Coast Knights in this area. We should have the best players in the area. So it's a shame we don't have the, you know, a couple of players like that.
Yeah, I think sometimes recruitment, hey, they might not even look at those teams.
No.
You know?
And it's hard because obviously we're not in the game as much, so we don't know all the young ones coming through, all those young kids. We've got our own age group, and you know, a lot of my friends that still play are the good players, you know, and
but
probably big fees.
We're on the back 9 now.
100%,
on the back 9, so there's a new generation coming through.
And there are some good players as well, some quick feet going through. There's some good football, but unfortunately not for us.
No, and it's a different generation, isn't it? I imagine dealing with all these young kids, they'd be like a bit hard to deal with compared to back in the day.
Yeah.
Do you reckon? They probably just come in and they're like, hey, go to a meeting, go to the gritty. Hey, nice to meet you. Do a dab. Like, what's going on?
Mate.
What's going on?
There was quite a few games last night, weren't there, in the Australia Cup? Because I think...
there was. Brisbane City got up 8-0, so that was the competition between Scotty Halliday and Peanut.
Yeah, Ryan Palmer.
Yeah.
And Scotty Halliday got up.
Scotty Halliday had peanut butter.
Yeah.
For dinner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Peanut, was he playing? He might have been injured.
Yeah, he might have been.
Because 8-0 was not a Peanut scoreline, is it?
No, he mustn't have been involved. It would have at least been 7-1 if he was playing. But, yeah. That would be a great matchup.
Yeah, Taringa Rovers was the other team, I think, that got up. Well, they were 4-3 up at the 90th minute against Yeronga. It's another team that can go through.
That's crazy.
That'd be crazy if they go through.
Who are they playing?
Well, I don't know if the next draw's been finalised yet.
Okay.
Because I wasn't really too sure.
This is where I officially offer my services to anyone in the round of 32.
Yeah.
Because I just need one more. I'm equal with Jack Webster from Melbourne with the most appearances in the Australia Cup. And I need one more appearance. So if anyone who makes a round of 32 just wants me to come on, I don't want to trade. I don't even want to play a game. I just want to come on for 30 seconds to break the record. So if you're listening to this and you think, I'll throw him a bone, I'll do a charity work, I'm your case.
Yeah.
So get on the blower, get in the emails, and I'm going to be there.
And he's been running as well and staying fit.
I'm running. I think I did 3Ks in 18 minutes the other day.
Did you?
I was blowing.
That's
Yeah.
quick. That's quick.
And I was on the treadmill and I was like, I'll go for a run. And on the treadmill, I'm like 3Ks in. And I was like, I'll do 6. I think I started off, I'll do 30 minutes at a slow pace. And I got halfway in and I was like, I am bored. Just press off. I went 3K's enough.
No, that's
3K's enough.
That's more than enough, man. Running's popular at the moment, but it's not my thing.
No, I used to do it when I didn't play in 2023. I got really into running, so I was doing lots of like 10Ks, half marathons on my own.
Yeah.
And then one time I almost got stabbed. Did I tell you about that?
Yeah, I remember you told me.
Yeah, I forgot about that story.
Tell that story.
I'm running in Hope Island, right? And a lot went wrong on this run. So I was never like one for nutrition. So I'm in the morning, I had like a bacon egg sandwich and a coffee. No hydration, no nothing. I was like, I'll do a half marathon today. Because I was doing heaps of running. So I set off on a half marathon from my house. We lived at Hope Island. About a K in, there's a curb like, you know when the pavings of it was a footpath, one of them was slightly up.
Yeah.
It had like faulted a little bit. I kick it with my big toe, and I got bunions. Kick it with my big toe, go flying, land on my knees, scrape all my hands up. But I was like I was mentally strong then. I was like, well, I'm okay. If I go home now because I'm sore, that's soft.
Yeah.
Like, you're quitting.
So you wanted to keep
going.
So
I kept going. My big toe was so sore because I was like in so much pain, and I was like, I had little scrapies. Couldn't even get a band-aid on, but I was like, no, I'll soldier on. So I keep running. I'm limping for the first like couple of Ks, and then I just get into it. So I get home. So I finished the run, and I'm probably like a K from home. So I was just walking home, and there's like this bridge at Hope Island.
Yeah.
And just at the end of the bridge, there's some dude like looking real sketchy. He's got a bum bag on,
yeah,
and like a hoodie. And I'm like walking, and I was hot, so I had my shirt off. And I'm just walking, and I get like a meter from him, and I just kind of look up, and he pulls a knife out. And goes, you want to get stabbed, C-U-N-T? He goes, you want to get and it's like probably from me to you away. And I was like out of it. I was knackered.
You were knackered.
I look up and I went, nah. Turn around, start running. And I was goose right, and I think the panic set in. I'm not proud. And then so I run away, get probably like 50 meters away from him. And I turn around and he's running after me. So I was like, fuck. So I keep running. And I'm running at Hope Island, and I'm trying to like just get cars to stop because I'm curious. I'm just like, stop, just so I could get in. Everyone drove past. They thought I was a crackhead.
Yeah, you're running with no shirt on.
Running no shirt on, and I think I have my shirt in my hand, and I'm running. And I'm telling everyone to stop. I'm just like, stop. Knife. No one stopped. No one cared. So I just kept running, and then eventually, like, I got a bit further away, and a car pulled over, and the dude was like, "What's on? You alright?" And I was like, he's got a knife, he's chasing me. He's like, get in. And then the dude sort of had a go at me. He's like, you better not be messing me around. And I'm like, dude, no. I think I said, I'm a teacher. I'm just running. He's got a knife, I'm knackered. And then he ended up taking me home. And there's a famous house in Hope Island.
Yeah.
On the corner, and it's like a crack den. It's like a multi-million-dollar house on the water. And it's from this millionaire family. I can't remember their names. But the dad and the one son are like really high-end, businessmen, multi-millionaires, and they have a black sheep of the family who's a drug addict and a drug dealer. He's got one leg. He got his leg shot off. He got a shot in his leg, and he's only got one leg. So he walks around on crutches and stomps, and he looks like a full junkie. And the door's always open, and it's just a full 24/7. But they own it, so he can't do anything. And the police are always there. But yeah, that was it. That's my story. I'm a survivor.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Good Samaritan pulled over eventually, but I had to run like 200 metres, and I was knackered.
I would have, yeah.
Mate, but that's what you get, and that's why I was talking about that story, is because that's when I was running heaps, and I hit my toe, and I hit it so hard after the run, I couldn't run for a few weeks, so that's when I dropped off a little bit. Yeah.
And you got scared of getting stabbed.
And I got scared of getting stabbed, so...
That's crazy, isn't it?
So even now, like, when I'm like walking on the street, I am a bit more wary of just sketchy people. Because at that time, I was like, I don't care. Like, I was just literally, like, I would have walked past him and gone, hey mate, how you going? Like, just being real friendly.
Normal,
but he was like, nah, not having a bar of it.
Especially during the day, and like,
it was broad daylight.
In Hope Island as well, of like, it's not a dodgy place.
It was like middle of the day, didn't expect it.
And the police probably did nothing about it.
No, so I called the police, say, hey mate, just got chased by a guy with a knife. They never came round.
They never came round?
No. They didn't care. They really didn't care. It's like, he didn't get ya.
Nah.
He didn't get ya. So, well done.
It's alright then.
Yeah, you're fine. You didn't get caught.
That's crazy.
Yeah, crazy. But now, I think I'm going to get back into running.
Yeah.
Because I need to, stay fit. So if anyone wants me,
yeah,
sign me up.
You know where he runs.
Sign me up.
Yeah. Oh, God. No, that was good.
Can't fight it, don't hide it, just ignite it.
How many teams are qualified for the Australia Cup? I think there's 4 teams left, isn't there? Or 8 teams left?
Yeah, so
16, there's 8 teams left?
Yeah, so Knights beat Wolves. Did Knights end up beating Wolves?
Knights beat Wolves.
Beat Wolves in the end. City are through. Rochdale are through. Taringa, you said are through.
Penn Power are through.
Oh, yeah. No.
Penn Power beat Lions, didn't they? 3-1.
Oh, Penn Power beat Lions, and Olympic beat Morton City.
Olympic beat Morton City,
Olympic and Power have, like, historically done well in the Cup. Like, I feel like them two... Olympic's one of those teams that does well at the Cup. Like, they have such a good team, they just rise to the big occasion sometimes.
Yeah.
Unless it's a grand final. but they do well in the cup, don't they?
No, they've always been a top team.
Do well, and I think they're a team that can turn it on like against other, states.
Definitely,
they're good.
Yeah, no, I always want the top teams to qualify for the it's always good for the lower teams to qualify and have a run and that, but make it competitive games for Queensland teams to do well.
Oh, it's embarrassing when it's like when Coomera Colts got in. Like, no offense, but like they're going to get pumped. It's just not good. Like. Because then all these other teams are just like, Queensland sucks. Like, how does this team get in?
How does this team get in?
Like, we've played teams before from other states, and you're like, oh god, these guys must.
Well, we versed more than Zebras in the bloody quarter final.
Yeah. Like, that was just, they had the dream run. They had the dream run into the cup, and I think they got like, when you get a team from Darwin, and you're like, oh, yes, money. Round of 16, here we go.
Oh, yeah, easy. Darwin is a pickup one, isn't it? We had that Darwin that time, didn't we? I remember we was all thinking, it's going to be 6 or 7.
Yeah. Anyway. I remember, this has just come to my head, it was 6-0. I think it was like 4-0 half time. Remember when Michael Angus got so sick he couldn't play?
Yeah.
That was a game Chrissy Mai started over him.
Yeah.
Gussie got ill and just couldn't go. But I remember we rocked up to the game, we had Jake Marshall, NPL golden medal winner, and there was a sign on a door that was USADA. ASADA. So the Australian anti-doping?
Yeah.
There was a sign on a door just in case they turned up. And he was like, mate, oh no, I had cold and flu pills. I'm like, bro, relax. Everything's fine. He took like pseudoephedrine because he had a cold. And I'm like, bro, you're not getting suspended. He was only 16. And he was panicking because it was ASADA. And I'm like, you can relax. You'll get away with a pseudo.
He was the only one that would get away.
Yeah, I know. I was like, mate, we've got real problems here when you talk about. Don't worry about what you've done. Some of the boys are in real trouble.
Yeah, 100%.
Nah, luckily.
I remember that time. We were panicking. We were thinking, they're going to come.
Yeah, luckily.
Everyone was like, what have you done? Get out of it.
Yeah. Nah, but pseudoephedrine would have been right.
Acting like we're professionals. We're semi-pro footballers, mate.
I know, and I think they must have just had to set it up, but like, they were never going to come for it. Imagine Darwin and their players. Remember we had that thing that they had a news video and like an interview with their keeper because he worked at Macca's flipping burgers.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're not professional either. I think I was unemployed.
We were treated like pros, weren't we?
Yeah, they thought we were pros, but it's like, dude, we're the exact same bro.
Yeah, bro, we get like $300 a week a game, bro. We're not pros. No. At that time it was, wasn't it? Maximum.
Yeah, no, I think I actually worked at Vodafone. Like, I'm like $25 an hour. Like, I'm not rich, bro.
Nah, but hey, they did make it out. I know it was on the radio shows, talking to us, they're all working all day. They're living life.
Yeah, no, we're in the same boat.
We're in the same boat. Yeah, you're just shitter than us.
Yeah,
that's simple, isn't it?
Yeah, we're just.
You guys just not. Yeah, you.
Yeah, I know, but it'll be good for the cup this time. So we'll stay in track with it.
Yeah, we like the cup. We're big fans of the cup. It's a shame we can't be in it, but at least we can talk about it now and probably be a bit more critical.
Yeah, definitely. We'll do a Couchies cup run. We'll get to a live game.
Yeah,
we're going to 32 and do some interviews at the game and just. Take the piss a bit.
Yeah, get some of the players involved and
100%
and talk it up. So
try and get on commentary for it.
Yeah,
Mike Cochran medal winner, most appearances ever. We're like the dream duo for a low level Australia Cup game. Like if there's 10, how many games? Round of 32, so 16 games.
Yeah.
One game we'll have to have commentators that no one shows up for. So maybe we'll get a call up.
Maybe we'll get a call up. There's only one commentator going around Queensland at the moment.
Yeah. So we'll get
there's not many more.
No.
There needs to be some. Just follow the games. Cup games are brilliant for it as well.
Yeah, 100%. And we have a bit of like insight. We can add a bit different than what they normally get. So
yeah, good. We how did the tipping go this week?
Tipping, not well because again,
never well.
Again, Queensland football games just cancelled left, right, and centre. So I think there was only 4 games out of 7 that went ahead, or maybe. 4 games out of 8. I'll get it up.
It's the same teams that are playing every time, isn't it?
Well, it is. That's what I want to bring up as well. We'll get the table up. And East are undefeated. Did you know?
Yeah, I know they got 3 wins, 2 draws.
3 wins, 2 draws, 0 losses. And if they win the games, they'll be head by a mile. Like, they'll be winning the league. But they've played 5 games, and I think Lions have played 9. Like, it's crazy. I'll get it up. So here's the tipping leaderboard. I think a couple of people had 1 or 2 games right. Nothing...
Daniel Carew at the top on 8 points.
DK?
DK, we call him DC, innit?
Well, that's what I thought, but it's because he used to own Donut Kings.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, so that's why it's DK. He owned a few Donut King stores.
Oh, really?
Now he owns a few coffee shops and little cafes.
Is he still on Donut King now?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't
Krispy
know.
Kreme's took over.
Yeah, Krispy Kreme. Okay, got put out of business.
Yeah.
But I think he owns a couple of cafes up the Sunny Coast.
Yeah.
Been there, done that, I think it's called.
Oh, is it?
Or Flick My Bean or something. I don't know. Something like that.
Flick My Bean.
It was something like that.
No way.
Yeah, it's been
Oh,
there,
that's brilliant.
Been there, done that.
That's...
So yeah, Maltby as well. But everyone's just
Maltby's a good tipper.
everyone's sort of just got 1 or 2 points. We're still there, battling away on 5 points.
Yeah, me and you are still pretty crap.
Yeah.
Everyone's catching them. No one's hitting those bonus points.
No.
Are they?
No, but that's the good thing. Someone's going to hit it at one stage and just
Put them up to the top.
go into the stratosphere.
Yeah.
But let's get the fixtures up as well. Yes, these are the results. So we only had 1, 2, 3, 4 games go ahead. A couple got postponed as well.
Well, the St George Willawong one and the Sunny Coast Wanderers. That was the big game we spoke about last time, wasn't it?
I think a lot of people picked draws. Or
Draws.
small wins for Sunny Coast, but good on Willawong. We did speak about that. They're going to have to turn it around and stick together, and they sort of have.
Needed to do it, yeah. They started off really well, Sunny Coast. They were all in a stupid red card. Get them sent off. Most important game of for them today.
Those games you got to win at that level. Like if you're that group at the bottom, you have to beat each other.
You have to beat them. You
You
can't lose. You can't not come away with at least a point. And there was a City red card in that one, and sort of St George just 11 players are always going to get the result then.
Yeah.
But
Good on them.
yeah, let himself down there, Sunny Coast.
Yeah, Morton City Wolves draw. I think I backed to draw for that one.
Yeah.
Just thought with Graham Harvey coming in, they'll be bloody up for it.
Yeah.
You usually get that new coach bounce sometimes.
It was goal after goal in that game. I watched that game as well. The best thing about that game was the Moreton Bay fans, because the camera at Moreton Bay is set up and it's right next to the spectators. You can hear all the comments. Anyway, there's a few guys that shout stuff out and give people a hard time.
Yeah.
I think they're giving a couple of the Wolves players a hard time. Luke Francis is one of the brunt of the joke.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's a good player. Anyway, they're giving him a hard time, saying you can't win a header, you can't do this, because he was like, but Declan Rice is 7'5", bro. If he loses,
Smith, not Declan.
oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, Declan Rice is shit. Declan Smith is good. Declan Smith is like 7'2", so it's like rebounds, isn't it? On basketball, you should hit every rebound.
Rudy
bro.
Gobert.
Rudy Gobert. Yeah, he should.
Yeah,
we
won't talk about that.
No, we're not talking about Rudy. But he's going to win every header. Anyway, Fred, the boys give him a hard time, and then he scores a fucking header.
That's sick.
Oh, he probably obviously don't hear it, but I'd be straight over to those boys and that camera thing.
And they're actually good lads at Moreton Bay, like the ones that get into you. Like it's good banter. So if you
100%.
did, like they'd be like laughing about it, like they would like it to come up. You know, what I mean? It's
100%.
never like animosity. It's just
it was good, but that was definitely the fun side. It's good listening to it, you know what I mean? Because there's obviously you can hear the couple of the screams on the field, but you can't actually hear anything.
No, it reminds me of the old days when I used to play Capalba Bulldogs, and when you had the reserves used to play before the first team. So you'd have the youth team, the reserve team, and the first team, and everyone would stay to watch the first team.
Yeah.
And it used to be fun as, so like everyone would sit behind the goal.
Yeah.
So all the resis in the youth team and all the kids would sit behind the goal and just chat shit to the keeper and on the corners, and it was just so much fun. And then when the players would score, they'd always run to that little section.
Yeah.
Like, it was good. You'd have people staying to watch, where now it's not as much people.
Not so many teams. Like I know that. Well, we don't like how the reserves sit and watch us
they
play.
don't stay and watch and get on the beers and put money into the
No,
club.
Gold Coast Knights. I know a few of my friends that play down at Gold Coast Knights in the Division 3 men's team.
Yeah.
Whatever, and they all go to the games and they all cheer and shout stuff out and get involved, and
That's what needs to happen.
that's what needs to happen, and
not
that's
many
why they're
teams-
so good. Like, good for them.
No teams have a second team like that.
No.
But it's awesome. Like, money goes back into the club. They're more social, those people. Like, the people that play the lower leagues, they hang out more, and it's more of a social thing for them, more fun, get on the beers, but...
Well, they hire courts out and stuff, like training courts, and go and meet up, and I go and join in with them and stuff, and there's 15 lads that they have sometimes turn up to their sessions, and it is a group, but it's like a beer after the game, watch the main game, but it
adds to the atmosphere, doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't happen much anymore.
No, it's a shame.
It is a shame. Brisbane City used to have all their a lot of juniors go, and young kids. It's always good to have. And you have the young kids shouting out to you, asking you to sign stuff as well. Like, it makes you feel cool, you know. It makes it a bit more worthwhile.
I've had it before where like a junior will watch the game and they'll be like, "Can I have your boots?" You're like, "Bro, I'm skint." Like, like they think you're pro, don't they? They see like Bellingham giving out his boots and stuff, and you're like, "Bro, I can't give you these." if I give you these, I'm wearing nothing for the next week. I'm wearing Crocs at training.
Yeah.
Like, I can't give you them, unfortunately.
I gave mine away when I left Brisbane City, like, because I was going to moved to the farm, so I was quitting playing, and then I gave mine away, and then I had to. So I thought I need to play, so I went down to Blunder, and I was on the Blunder, and I had no boots to play football, and then I had to go and spend like $300. You know, I might say cost $300-$400 for a pair of bloody boots now.
Yeah.
To play down.
Yeah, and this kid's got him at home, but he's like,
He can't even fit him.
He can't fit.
He's too small for him.
Yeah, they're probably too small. Yeah, he must have been 9 or older. He needed bigger ones.
Oh no. But no, you're right.
Yeah, can't be giving them out.
No, but you're right. We do need more fans in
Yeah.
games, and it is quality when those supporters do come and sort stuff out. And
100%.
yeah. Well done to the Moreton Bay lads.
Yeah,
and well done to Francis for scoring.
Yeah, good on him. Good on him. So what else did we have?
Oh yeah, that's a long one.
City versus Royal Youth. I thought Royal Youth might have a chance, but City are doing okay. Staying strong. I think Scotty Halliday is probably the secret ingredient that they were missing.
Yeah.
Now they're just cooking on all levels.
Just different level with Scotty Halliday in there, isn't it?
Just different level. We have a fantasy league. I'm going to hype Scotty up right now.
Yeah.
We have a fantasy league and we did it.
The Premier League fantasy?
Yeah, Premier League fantasy. I reckon we do it for the Couchies one next year.
Yeah, right.
So we did it. I just made it up at a $20 entry. There was 16 people, so $320 for the winner.
Yeah.
I don't even think you paid me, by the way, so I'm going to have to put you on
Am I in
20
it?
for the winner. Yeah, you're in it. You're like bottom because you never...
Did
you tip?
I haven't done it.
I joined you in. I think so. The winner's expecting 320, so I'm gonna have to cover your.
Oh,
20,
I'll transfer.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Probably owe you 20 from something.
Steep.
But Scotty Halliday was doing poorly. He's made an absolute resurgence, and he might tip Kev Ahern Evans to win it.
Kevin Ahern Evans.
Yes.
He's up there as well.
Yeah, so Scotty overtook me now. I'm third, and I think Scotty's got a chance of winning. So I hope he does because he'll put the 320 to better use than Kev, I believe. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Scotty will spend it on.
100%. Yeah.
I'm
Well, he
thinking-
needs an extra 30. Well, we'll bump him up a bit more.
Yeah, I might bump him up.
350.
Yeah, I might bump him up.
So sort of.
Yeah.
It sort of shows you though. Kevin Ahern Evans and Scotty. Both don't really have any social lives. Do
Nah, but they've obviously got a mind for the game.
Yeah, just love the game.
Yeah. Well,
Boring.
Scotty's
Boring.
Yeah.
Who focuses on that? Who does fantasy after week 3?
Me. And I still didn't win, so don't talk about that.
I forget my password. And then like I look on my team, I look 3 weeks later and think, oh, I'll get focused now because I'm falling behind.
If you download the app, you don't need to log in.
And then I have like 5 geezers with the red mark and the eye on it.
Yeah, true.
So you just sort of get over it, usually your wild card.
Yeah, you're not very committed though, and that just shows that you have a lack of respect for others and yourself. So
In that
It is what it
fantasy
is.
league, yeah. I'll do better next year on the
Yeah.
Couchies one.
well, love
I'll
to-
focus. Yeah.
Well, now let's get to the big game that was on.
Oh, yeah.
2 games got cancelled. Don't want to talk about them. I'm sick of games getting cancelled. Just please stop raining. Just give us some nice weather. It's winter now.
Get the games played.
Let's get it done.
Get the games played.
Well, you've had reverse fixtures.
Every time, bro. And then Rochdale's game was reversed to Nudgee College.
Yeah.
You know, like we trained in our field the night before.
Really?
Why is it not played at their ground or our
And
ground?
that's a massive disadvantage.
Isn't it massive? Like, oh wait, it took me 4 hours to get to Nudgee College yesterday.
Yeah.
I left home at 2 o'clock, picked my son up,
Mm.
and I got to the game at like fucking 6:10.
Yeah, and then you had to warm the bench.
Then
And
I
you
warmed
sat
the
down
bench
for even longer.
I warmed the bench for 45 minutes.
Not
Uh, Yeah, but
good. Being rested for a cup game that you lose, it's not on. Is it? It's not on. They've
Oh,
let you
talk
down
about
there, mate. I won't talk about it. Won't get you in strife, but yeah, disappointing.
Disappointing.
But let's talk about the big game.
But yeah, it should be played. It should be
It
played.
should be played. Look, Queensland Lions, Gold Coast United.
Oh yeah, it was Sunday. I forgot about that.
Yeah, how about you boys? You're like this. You're an absolute roller coaster to follow.
Popping, aren't we?
5-0, was it 5-1 or 5-0 versus Royal Youth?
5-1 against Royal Youth.
And then you turn around, beat
Lions 4-2.
one of the best teams in the league, you beat them 4-2.
Yeah.
And Beckwith, hat-trick,
Luke Beckwith, yeah.
hat-trick of goals and the assist.
Yeah.
He mustn't have driven with you to the game,
No,
this one.
he didn't. He
I
went,
think going in the car with you really made him, took something out of him.
took something out of
Or
him.
put
He was
something into him.
useless. Yeah, he was useless the other week. But no, this time 3 goals. I think that's his first ever senior hat trick.
And
2 off the shin, 1 off the right foot, so that was sick.
One
and
off
then
the
assist.
ponytail?
Yeah, 1 off the pony. The assist was off the ponytail.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
a good lad. I think scoring a hat-trick, I've never scored a hat-trick in senior football. Have you? You did at Port Melbourne, didn't you?
I have
Back in the day?
I don't know if it was. I don't know. I've scored a couple, but it would have been a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever scored a hat-trick in NPL, but good on him, mate. Was it midfield? Just
Yeah, when you
rolling
think
around?
about it, and not only you have to be like
a proper striker.
Andy Pengelly or something, didn't you?
Yeah, not many people score hatties. It's good shift from him, like against a big team too.
And he plays, he was Gold Coast Knights last year, right back on left back, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's one of those utilities who'll play midfield, left back, right back, could probably play wing.
Yeah, they chucked him in. Yeah, he's been playing a bit wing and that, but they chucked him in the middle because his energy, he's a workhorse.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, he
made up and down.
Made a few good runs in behind, like where no one tracked him.
Nah, and then the way to penetrate teams is you need runners in behind. So with him there, it was it was someone for me to find through in behind, you know.
Yeah, but then 4-2 win.
So it was massive. Yeah, Joey Duckworth, he got. I think he touched the ball probably like 6 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Playing him at 6 was stupid. Like you need him running the show at 10, don't you?
I like him at 10, but he still bops it at 6. But I just stood on him, marked him.
Did you?
Yeah, about 4 or 5 minutes in, he goes to me, Fraser, you're not just fucking standing on me, are you? I was like, yes, I am, Joey, mate. You think I'm letting? Because we literally did a whole meeting, all right? So we did a video analysis. Why are these teams why do they play good football? You know, why do Lions play good football? Why do, who are the other teams? Knights play good football. They get their ball to the best players and let them play. And the other players know their role, get the ball to them and dictate how the way they play, all right? So we did a whole meeting. So I was like, well, I'm just going to stand on Joey then because that way we'll stop them from playing. And it absolutely worked like a treat, you know what I mean? Like Joey didn't get the ball. Their centre-backs had it. They're not like as good as Joey at penetrating and passing that ball. So we let them do it. They just kicked the ball out loads and giving it away. Just sat in and
that's good
and kept the shape. So it was pretty easy.
Stop him. It's good. I used to love when playing 10 if they're just like man mark the 6 and you're like that's so easy. Oh, that's so easy.
It's so bro. But when you watch me running doing doggies like that, and they said to me, Fraser, don't run and just try and focus on doing that.
If you stay on him, it nullifies that, and I feel like it stops you running. Like, and if the 6 gets frustrated and bails or goes forward, then you have so much space.
Well, Joe got the ball. The first time, one of the first times he got the ball actually in space, he got it on the left wing on the edge, and then he just couldn't go anywhere, had to go back, and that would have frustrated him. And then they brought on another strange one. They left Skinner, Skinner, that winger, and that Jimmy or James Entenab, number 30 from. Bro, they're the arguably the better 2 players on that team. Both started on the bench for him, and they brought them on, and then them 2 come on, and they sort of made it harder because he wants to go forward all the time, that other guy. So now there's 2 guys in midfield that want to go forward on the ball. Yeah. So it makes it a lot harder. So they actually adjusted it a little bit in the second half, but it was too far gone, and then obviously we take our chances, to score. But and that Skinner comes on, but he skins 3 of us, walks past us, and I'm thinking, this guy is immense. Why is he not?
They have a good squad, don't they?
They have got a decent squad.
They've got good depth.
The centre back, the left centre back for him, he was not playing. Ramazani, he was not playing. I think he was had a baby or something like that.
Oh yeah, nice. Good
that's more important than playing, but
I'd say so.
His team needed him.
Yeah, I know, but that's good win.
Massive win for us.
Win for you.
Right, we weren't.
Should we have a look at the ladder?
Yeah.
Lions have lost 3 games in a top because they've played 9, so it's quite deceiving, isn't it? Like if we look at Moreton Bay, 2 games in hand and only 2 games behind. Knights 3 games in hand, 3 points behind. Yeah, that's not. We can't really even discuss how that's going to look.
It's tough, isn't it?
Like Eastern Suburbs, they've won 3, lost 2. They've got 4 games in hand, so if they win all 4, they'll be top. It's just hard to really tell who's going to be up there.
And it's going to be hard to see what rhythm they go in as well, and who's playing who, how many games they're going to be playing at that time.
Yeah, and who do they lose their games against? Like if they've lost them against the bottom teams, you know what it's like when you have a run where you verse all the lower teams. There's always a team that gets that run, wins them, and you're like, oh, this team's half decent.
And then they verse all the top teams.
Power, Knights, like Moreton City.
Lose all 3 and then they
it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Even I think the big shocker at this point is probably Raw Youth being where they are at 6, 1-3, lost 4. So they're up and down, but even them being 6, I think everyone probably tipped them at the start of the season to be lower. So they're having a good crack. They've got a lot of young boys that have had A-League experience playing.
Yeah, they've got a good team. They've got a better team. They've got a good team this year. I didn't know how good they were last year, but...
Nah, they were a year younger and didn't have many, but now they've got a few players playing like the Joeys, and they should be alright.
Nah, good.
Which is good.
There's good for that,
good. You want every team in the league to be able to compete, and even if you go to Sunny Coast, because they're all men, you're going to have a tough game. Like they're going to make it difficult. Even 100%. If you win, you're going to leave with a couple of niggles or something because they'll get stuck in. So
when they're up for it though, and it depends what day you get them like same as us when we were up for it. Or you don't know what team you're going to get, and when you're up for it, I guess any team can beat anyone on that.
Well, even Olympic
page really.
Olympic third bottom, 2 wins, 4 losses. Like they if you look at their players, they have a good side. So they're a team, like even though they're lower down on the table, they can take points from anyone. So
and then Penn Power down as well, 8th.
Yeah, but
6 games.
Yeah, so they played 6. So I guess if they win a couple, they'll be further up. But it's gonna be hard to really pick it until everyone's got their games in hands play. But I looked at the draw, and it's like they're in dribs and drabs, those extra games.
Okay.
So the teams are going to have games in hand like the whole season because of the cup games and everything. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season, isn't it?
Frustrating start, but the tipping continues. Get your tips in on the page.
Yeah, get your tips in. What's going to be the game week for the... Have we got a bonus game this week?
Yeah, let's have a look.
We'll have a look, see what we've got.
We've got Knights United. Should we we'll do our tips now. We'll get our tips in.
Oh yeah, we will get our tips in now.
Knights versus you boys at home.
That's not the bonus, is it?
No, because you've already been bonus.
Yeah, I
don't want to make it all about you.
Don't want to make it all about me.
Nah, I think to be fair,
I don't want to predict that one.
Yeah, I think I'll go Knights for that. What you tipping? You got to tip yourself.
Yeah, United.
Tip United for that. I'm gonna go Knights. Brisbane City versus Sunny Coast Wanderers.
Oh, Sunny Coast Wanderers.
You gonna go Sunny Coast Wanderers?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Brisbane City.
They're
on a bit of a run. You get that little cup.
I know.
Scotty
Halliday, but he's had 2 games in a week.
Yeah, he's only got little legs too, doesn't he?
He has got little legs. And Jesse Rigby does play for Sunny Coast Wanderers.
And he'll snap in.
And Scotty would be scared to get on the ball with Rigby there.
And Scotty's so little, like he's 1 tackle from the hospital, isn't he? So because he's so skinny. Like
we don't encourage Jesse to do that.
No, we don't. But if it happens, it happens.
That'd be a good one. I will tip Sunny Coast. I think it's a draw.
Good lad.
But yeah.
Wolves East.
Tough one, isn't it?
Very tough. Oh. I'm gonna go Wolves.
Because you don't, East are on a heater. I don't know how we can go against them.
I know.
I'm a full betting man. I'm gonna go draw.
Draw?
With that one.
I respect that. I think the game we're picking, it's got to be Lions Power for the bonus.
Oh, absolutely.
Lions Power for the bonus.
Well, they just played the other night, wasn't it? 3-1 win to Power in the cup to knock Lions out.
Yeah.
It's at Lions game Saturday night against Power. They're going to be. It's one of those things, isn't it? I remember last year we played in. Brisbane City. I played in the cup game, alright, against Lions, and we versed them in the league game. Sorry, we got beat 7-1 in the league game, and then we versed them in the cup 2 days later, and we beat them in the cup and qualified. To go through to the next round or whatever.
The cup's different. I remember 2019 cup run. Sorry to talk about it again. We lost to Gold Coast Knights in the league, I think 6-0, and then went down a few weeks later and beat them 5-1 at Knights.
Yeah.
We lost at home 6-1 or 6-0.
Yeah, we did.
Then we went down a few weeks later in the cup to get into the FA Cup and slapped them 5-1.
Yeah.
And we're on top. So the cups, the form changes, doesn't it?
Form does change.
People rise to the occasion. Big game players.
But no, I'm gonna go 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw.
The Lions Power.
Something's telling me Lions. Something's telling me. I think I'm going to go Lions. I think they're going to bounce back ability. 3-1.
Yeah, reverse it.
3-1 to Lions.
I think I'd rather be a Peninsula Power player in that phase. I wouldn't mind taking a 3-1 win in the cup and losing 3-1 in the league.
100%.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I think both teams would have been Lions would have wanted the other way around.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely right.
100%.
So that's our bonus game. Lions Power. Get your tips in.
10
bonus points if you get it right, get the score right, and you'll just catapult to the top of the leaderboard.
Yes. St George, Moreton City.
That pitch, it's a small pitch. It's a tough one to play out, but Moreton Bay, that's probably similar to their style, like that small, fast-paced game, so I reckon Moreton City will take it out.
Moreton City, yeah. Did you see Joshua Wilson hit the crossbar from 40 yards out the other week when he versus Sunny Coast?
No, you can put it up here.
I will put it up. I'll put it up here. Quality little effort and that. Yeah, but no, I'm going to have Moreton Bay too.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's thinking.
Yeah.
And then Brisbane Olympic versus Raw Youth.
I'm going to go a draw.
Draw?
Draw for that game. I think
most of the Olympic boys are ex-Raw Youth players, aren't they?
A lot of them would have played there. Yeah, at some point. Yeah, I think I'm going to go a draw for that.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-1. Oh, I can't go score, can I? No point then. No, I'll go Raw Youth to win.
Raw Youth win.
Yeah, I'll go a bit different. I'll try and get away from all the points.
I like that. We're both on the same, right? Well, get your tips in, see how you go.
Yeah, don't forget your bonus week.
Don't forget the bonus points. We'll chuck the post up this afternoon.
Yeah, nah, cool.
Can't fight it, don't hide it, just ignite it.
I was watching the game the other day and it was Caboolture versus Magic.
Yeah.
And it was just on, so I just thought I'll chuck it on and watch it on the live stream. And yeah, Magic, quality. It's an FQPL2 game. And there's a couple of really good players in both teams. Caboolture got number 10, I think. He left-footed player, runs it. And Magic, as a player I swear earlier, he's quality too. Anyway, the game's sort of going ahead and it's a big competition. Both teams are sort of trying to fight to get promoted. You know, as you do in those teams, they spend a bit of money for players.
Yeah, well, a couple just got relegated, so they're probably trying to go back up.
They're trying to go back up, and Magic, you know, got a couple of players, probably bringing a few in, so they're trying to get promoted up as well. And they were fully dominated. Anyway, a goal happened. Check this goal out and tell me what you think.
Right.
Right.
Oh, bro. Oh, nah, that's dodgy. You can't do that because everyone stops. He's interfered with play.
100%, and they gave it as a goal.
Yeah, that's so.
And that changed the whole, like, you know, I'm not a fan of either team.
So it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I do not care, but like that does not count. That lost the whole momentum for Magic. The Magic were going to not win that game, but it was only 30 so minutes in. They were dominating that whole game, and that bad call. And there was a couple of bad calls against them in that game, which changes the whole aspect of the fixture.
Yeah.
And then they go on to lose 3-1.
Yeah, you can't do that because everyone stops. Like if you're at the ball, if he didn't run to the ball, like he's at the ball, everyone stopped because the flags are up.
Terrible.
And then the players run.
It's
around.
Offside. No,
It's
nothing
offside.
about it. And it, like, if he's way offside, he's too. You can see all the defenders. The defenders shouldn't stop, maybe not, but,
Nah, but
he's 10 metres offside.
And you can't run to the ball and then run away because that's like you've interfered with play.
Yeah.
They did it. Do you remember? You might not. I remember watching Man City versus Man United.
Yeah.
And Rashford did it. So Rashford did one. He was offside. He ran to the ball and and the defender's behind him, so the defender can't get to the ball because Rashford's there. And then Fernandes runs past him and shoots and scores, and they let it go as a goal.
And let it go.
Yeah. I'll send you the video. You can probably chuck it up as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, chuck it
But
up.
it was another one, exact same thing, where he's clearly offside. He's interfering with play, and just because he's not touched it, you know what I mean? It's like if you're offside in front of the goalkeeper and they shoot, you're offside.
Yeah.
Because you've interfered with the keeper. It's the same thing. You've interfered, even though you're not in front of the keeper. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Disappointing for them.
100%. All little mistakes, you know, that refs make mistakes as well, and it happens, but big things like that, they can't happen. That was massive for them as their season. That puts them back down the table a little bit.
It is tough. But even like now, even if VAR was there, they'd probably get it wrong as well. Like, you see all these decisions VAR gets wrong, and they take 65
I think
minutes.
I would have turned it off waiting for it.
Yeah, I know. And even you try to watch a game and you're like, okay, it starts at 5 a.m, so it'll finish 6:45. It finishes like 7:30 because of 7 VAR calls. Like 45 minutes plus 10.
Terrible.
And then 90 minutes plus 10. You're like, it just takes too long, doesn't it?
It does take too long.
Yeah.
And I don't know where they find all these extra minutes from as well.
No.
After a game to add it on.
Yeah.
But how they find 10 minutes. We had 10 minutes added on to our game against Lions the other day.
Yeah.
10 minutes added on. There was 2 substitutions and like a little red card, but not 10 minutes of...
No, I've said this for a long time. I think the NRL does it so well, time off, and you don't know, it's just a siren, like say with AFL. So like, obviously if the ball was out of play on, like it's a throw in, don't need to stop the clock.
Yeah.
But if it's a serious injury, the clock should just stop.
Yeah.
Wait till they come on, so you can't time waste.
No.
So if there's an injury, you stop the clock, start it, there's no extra time. It's just when it ends.
Yeah.
If you're doing like a big decision, just stop the clock. Any corners, throw-ins, doesn't matter. Quick free kicks, doesn't matter. But if someone goes down injured, and the time wasting, the clock should just stop. And then you don't have to mess around with this added time.
No.
It just is what it is.
No.
It'd be so much better and easier to follow.
But one of the issues we had at Nudgy the other day, no excuse for it because we got battered anyway, but there's no fence around the field. That ball goes out, 2 balls go out. It takes 2 minutes, 3 minutes to go get the ball, walk it back. And then, you know, there's no added on time, but you spend hours going to get it all.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Oh, that was frustrating. So that was, that was definitely... Oh, have we got a goal of the week?
I think you discussed one. I didn't bring one to the table.
You haven't
today.
got a goal of the week at the table. I actually have a goal of the week at the table.
You do?
And it actually is going to be blended in with a celebration of the week because this guy...
I love it. I love when we have a 2-4-1.
Mate, this guy just did something phenomenal. It was Sunny Coast Wanderers player.
Yeah.
I don't know his name. I will find his name.
Yeah.
I'll put it up there, a little badge.
Is this an on-goal one again, or is it...
No, this is a
legit?
proper finish. This is a proper finish. And the celebration is a proper celebration.
Alright, let's have a look.
I'll show it.
Oh, you beauty! What a head, son! What a head!
Oh, lovely finish on the turn. I do love them ones out of nowhere. Oh, little flip.
Little flip. It was on the corner of the camera. But
That's
yeah,
good.
little flip. Quality little finish. Went a little turn over his head.
They're a good finish. I feel like when you're younger, you do them all the time because you just don't care.
Yeah.
You know, when you try these like crazy things. But in senior football, sometimes like I don't want to mess up. But it's good to see that they've just gone.
Well, the keeper just normally catch it, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Try that sort of shit.
Yeah, but okay. Well, we know the keepers in this. So.
Yeah. No, that was good.
Good finish. Good
I
finish.
like that one. I love the celebration
Good
too.
Sally. Good Sally. Well done.
Well done to the Sunny Coast Wanderers winger.
Yeah, we'll chuck his name up later. Well done.
We'll call you a winger because that was a winger's finish.
It was probably the centre back.
Yeah, it probably was.
Yeah. But going back to VAR, we were talking about it.
Yeah.
How annoying is it now where it's like a big toe? They do the lines and they take 10 minutes and then it's like, oh, his nose was over the line. And it's like, bro, give the benefit of the doubt. We want to see goals.
Yeah.
We don't need an offside decision for a big toe.
No,
it should just be...
Your brother wouldn't be able to play up front, would he?
No, he wouldn't. He'd have to face backwards. He'd have his back to goal all game. He'd be offside for the other team. He'd be keeping everyone onside for the other team. He'd have to stay aside. No, I don't think he listens to this. I don't even know.
No.
But
supportive, brother.
Yeah, supportive.
He got in. He's in the fantasy tip-in now, though.
He did. He got in after weeks of pestering.
Yeah, weeks of pestering. Yeah.
But yeah, it's frustrating. I think just if it's a proportion of your body, like if you stood there, if it's just your right foot, it should be onside. We want to see goals.
Just get rid of VAR, bro.
Make it the whole body. But even then, they might get it wrong. I just think if you get in the footage up, if they're like this, it should be onside. But if it's a full body in front, offside.
Better for the camera.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
It needs to be your body's offside, like not just a part of you. Like, you know, it's just frustrating. I want to see goals.
Yeah, it's too long as well, isn't it? This.
Well, yeah, it's
waiting.
like you look.
That's the issue.
They put the photo up. There was a goal Harry Maguire scored the other day, a volley, good volley, and from when you look at the video, he's onside, and then they slow it down. It was like 5-10 minutes later. They did the lines. It was his big toe. His big toe was all that was offside, and it was an offside goal. But it's like, come on.
Yeah, when you go into that extreme to find it, you just do the on-field call.
Yeah, like in the NRL, it's like, oh, there's no conclusive evidence. We're going to go with an on-field decision. They should do the same.
Surely it's a clear and obvious error. Is that
well, that's what they say. Clear and obvious errors for VAR. But if it's not clear and obvious, like his whole body's offside.
What's the point of having linesmen anymore as well?
Oh, I don't know. When that ball goes out, it's a tough job, isn't it?
Yeah,
right,
left and right.
Left and right.
Useless.
And to make dickhead calls where they go, you know, when something happens on the field and the liner's like, it's my time to shine, come here, send him off. And you're like, give me a break, liner. The liner got me sent. My only ever red card was against Brisbane City. I got fouled off, like, from behind. I think it was like off the ball. He's just come through the side of me. And I went, you dirty CUNT. And the liner's called the ref over and I got a 4-game ban for swearing.
For swearing?
For swearing. And I was just like,
4 games.
4-game ban for swearing. For saying that, but he fouled me. He didn't even, no one cared about that.
No. You said a horrible word.
But yeah, the liner called him over. I'm like, bro, it's men's football. Like, I get I swear. Like, slap me on the wrist, tell me off, call my mum, put me in detention. But
giving it 4 weeks is steep as well, isn't it? Like, gee, like it's not that bad. Like, if it's a terrible challenge, if you're trying to hurt someone, if you're punching someone on the field, maybe you shouldn't be playing. Yeah. You know, but like nothing should be more than 2. You know, maybe a 2-footed terrible challenge should be a couple of weeks. Yeah. But 2 yellows, maybe miss the next one. Yeah, but swearing. Like, swearing. We're adults here, aren't we? Right. Yes. That's what they are, isn't it? Refs. Yeah. And the player, like, I wasn't lying. What he did, he was he was what I called him. Yeah. But, you know, telling the truth can get you sent off sometimes. 100%. Is what it is. Is what it is, yeah. So, get rid of VAR. And do you not think, like, I always felt that the beauty about football, watching football, is all the talking points. You know, oh, that was offside, that was a foul, that was, you know, and there's so many things you talk about and you love it, and there's perfect talk about it. Now there's like, you know, it's VAR, isn't it? We're literally arguing over like a computer program. We're like, I hate VAR, and it's like, it's just a computer program where they figure out who's offside, but it's winding us up. It's winding us up. So instead of go back to normal referees, like these referees, and some of them are good. They've got to be good to be Premier League. There's got to be good referees out there. Just let them in charge and let them deal with it. Make them explain the decision or something. Well, even that one. So we talked about it last week. Taiwo Iwaniyi, who had that. I think his small intestine burst when he hit the post. Yeah. So that's why he was like had to get induced so they could fix it. Like pretty serious injury. That is serious. But the thing was, they were like 5
the player was like 3-4 metres offside, and they just were like, you know, they let them play on. So they let them play on, player crosses it in, that's when he hits the post, and then the ref put his flag up. And it was like an offside 10, 20 seconds earlier, and it's like...
And he was way offside as well, wasn't he?
Way offside.
Way offside.
But they just did that thing where I've got to let it play on in case I'm wrong, and it's like, no, he's way offside.
The liners used to call the perfect offside from like... Didn't they? A linesman would call that like an offside like that. They're that fucking good. Then
now they're told to just leave.
Now they're told to leave it, and it's like, well, what, they're not even going to be like alert, ready for it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So they always give, if you're offside, they let it play on in case you score. Then they can check it.
But even if you fucking know, you just raise your flag. Surely, get on with the game.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But I'll be gutted though if he raised his flag and he was on.
Yeah, exactly. I think for marginal calls, do it. But for clear and obvious calls, just. Be brave.
Be brave. Have a bit more about you.
Yeah. Not enough of them are bold though, is it? We spoke about it. All the best refs are bold, and there's too many people getting hair transplants in Turkey now, so we're not getting these bold referees that we need to keep up the standard of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
Yeah. Maybe Owen should ref.
I was about to say Owen. I think Owen's in Turkey though.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, we'd have to be there
hair
for a
transplant.
while. We'd have to be there for a while.
Yeah.
Where are they going to get it from?
Oh,
good on him.
Yeah. No, he's not. He's not coaching anymore, right?
Nah.
He's a TSS coaching their
yeah,
school
coaches.
team.
I think could be a lot of pressure. He's probably coaching since he was like 17. He's done it seriously for
time,
17.
yeah.
It's a lot of nights and a lot of extra time you put in. A lot of, go watch the youth. Like he'd always be involved with the young kids, and then
a lot of crap you have to deal with as well as a coach.
100%.
A lot of crap you have to deal with. I'm good friends with O, and some of the things he told me, some of the players used to send to him, I think like, bin that off, O. You know what I mean? Like people whinging about different things, and he's got to obviously manage his team and manage players, but
yeah, you got to manage players, you got to manage the club, you got to manage parents. Sometimes if you're doing younger grades,
it's a full time like commitment with even just your brain, how you think about it, like
100%. And they can get quite obsessed with winning, can't they? And how we're going to win, so it can definitely be draining.
100%.
I don't really fancy that side of it.
Yeah, fancy that side of it.
No, if it was convenient, like I live quite far away. If I live like around the corner from a club, I'd go in and help maybe do assistant role one day, but see if I like it. But it's just too far. Like I don't want to drive ages to coach.
No,
it's not really. Maybe one day.
Oh no, I've had that passion. I've had a bit. Yeah, you haven't done much coaching though, have you? Of an older team or?
No.
Pretty much
I've pretty much coached you through for a few years.
Yeah. Carried us a little bit. I coach it on a 13s team now, and that's good. Like, that's good. You know, I enjoy that. I feel like, obviously I want to be out there helping them, but I feel like it gives me that bit of joy and a bit of buzz.
Yeah, that's good.
So...
Yeah, I might go back to it one day. I think, I'm only a year out of not playing. So eventually you might get that buzz back. I need to be around the boys, get around the pitch and do that. But at this point, having a new baby on the way, I'm not going to be like, Sarah, I'm going to coach Div 6.
Nah.
Like, what are you thinking? So maybe in a few years when the kid gets a bit older, but we'll see how we go.
Maybe in Couchies team.
I might. Oh, yeah.
So we had the goal of the week, celebration of the week. I do have a save of the week.
You got a save of the week?
I do have a save of the week. Wow. And this was... I don't know how good the camera is on it. It was at the Moreton Bay game versus Winning Wolves.
Yeah.
And it was a 1-1. So it was a massive save from about 3 yards out.
Oh, good.
And he topped down and saved it. I'll show you it.
What a save! Take that out of the...
Oh, good clearance, Malby. Oh, good save. That's actually... Sometimes when they're close and they kick it at him, but he's actually kicked it and he's
reacted to it.
Save.
That's reacted to it. And that was at 1-1. That was a massive sign. Zach, he used to be a goalkeeper for... second goalkeeper for us at Gold Coast United.
Yeah, nice.
And then went off to go and get first team because obviously Carlos was number one, and if you want to play, you need to lead. You can't be behind him.
Yeah.
But what a great save, and that kept him at 1-1. And
Kia Powell's going to have nightmares about missing that.
Kia Powell?
Yeah, and Maltby, to be fair, has just lost out on an assist with that clearance.
Yeah,
so, poor lad, but it's a good save. Love to see that. You love a good save, don't you? It's such a good feeling when your keeper's making great saves. You're like,
cruise when you make that big save, when it's like that's a goal, like most times, isn't it? Where he is there, and keeper pulls off a save like that. It just gives you that little bit of boost, and that
it's amazing.
We can go on and we can do something. We've got him behind us, so no, well done to Zach.
Well done, mate.
Save of the week.
Good save.
There was a couple of real good. I did watch quite a lot of games this week, and there was some good saves, but I thought that was my most crucial save at that time, and it's a big game for them, both teams.
Definitely, and those close ones, they're not easy, are they, to get your body behind, but he's done a good job.
Mate, reacted well. Love you, Zach.
Good save, mate. Well done.
Yeah.
Right, so big news for Be on the Couch. We're going to try something new.
We are.
Yeah, hopefully it goes well. So Champions League final, Sunday the 1st of June. It's at 5 a.m. So obviously rough time. But a lot of people will watch that game and get up.
100%.
So we're thinking of doing a Be on the Couch Couchies live stream.
Yeah.
Where we live stream with the game, and we obviously can't play the game, but it'll be us talking about the game, just chatting shit, having banter for the game on YouTube live stream.
Yeah, so you can tune in during the game live on YouTube, listen to us while watching the game from your own TV at home.
Yeah.
And enjoy what we have to say.
Yeah. I might even have the baby by then, so we could have a little third member.
Well, I'll be awake.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll try that. So it's 5 a.m. You can probably just come here in the morning or stay over.
I'll be here,
Yeah, so we'll live stream the game, so you can obviously have the commentating on as well. It's up to you, and just have us in the background, just if you feel like getting involved. They do it for UFC. They do like fight companions where they do banter through the fights. Joe Rogan does it, and we're like probably on a similar level to him.
Yeah, we're up there. We are video on Spotify, which is pretty much up there with the top elite,
top 1% of
podcasters.
Yeah, so we'll give it a crack on YouTube. Hopefully people tune in, give it a listen. If it's rubbish, you turn it off. But we just want you to tune in at some point during the game.
Yeah. Listen to a bit more to say.
So we'll give it a crack. We'll do it for some big games coming up. If there's any like big international tournaments, big international games, we'll try and do a little game companion. Yeah. We'll have to think of a name for it, but I think it could be quite fun. We'd probably be up watching it anyway, so it's just going to be us watching the game, chatting about the game, maybe a few stories thrown in here and there.
Yeah, we'll give it a crack.
Yeah, sounds good. So yeah, tune in, keep an eye out on the Facebook page for info about that and the Instagram, and yeah, if you're not following, follow us, give us a like and subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah, follow us on YouTube.
Get on the Instagram, put a few comments on the videos, tell us what you like, what you don't like, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, we will see you next week. It's a good episode, man.
Good episode.
Enjoy being with
I think it's nice doing it in the morning, a bit of a coffee.
Hey.
I got your tea with 6 sugars in.
Top of the morning, dear.
Cheers, mate. Have
Cheers,
a good
mate.
Can't fight it, don't hide it, just ignite